Hi everyone, this is the Step 14 video. In the previous video, we've added a menu onto the action bar and created the layout file for the dialog to add student test grades. In this video, we're going to open the student grade dialog and insert test grades into the database. After that, we're going to show the inserted data on the student detail page. Let's start Step 14. Let's start off with adding codes to open the test grade dialog. Let's open the Read Student Activity file. In the previous video, we've added the onCreate option menu method to show the menu and the onOptions item selected method to handle an event when the menu is clicked. Inside of the if clause, let's continue to add codes to open the dialog box. The dialog box that we are going to open is a custom dialog, so let's initialize the layout XML file first by the inflate method. The custom dialog's layout file that we created in the previous video has been initialized. Next, we then need to create the dialog. In Android apps, when it comes to a dialog, we create an alert dialog. The access modifier of an alert dialog's constructor is protected so that it's impossible that we create it directly. Instead, we have to use a builder to do so. So let's create a builder first in order to create an alert dialog. Now, we're going to define settings of the alert dialog into the builder. We've defined the dialog's title. Next. We've got the radio button objects of grades and subjects by the findViewById method. Into the builder, we've set the dialog layout that we initialized earlier. Now, we need to add buttons. We've added two buttons. We can set buttons for either positive button or negative button. Generally speaking, we set positive button for an OK button and negative button for a cancel button. So, we've got the add button as a positive button and passed the second parameter as an event handler. Because we haven't created the event handler of dialog listener, there is an error message showing now. By default, the cancel button will close a dialog so that we don't need any event handler. So the second parameter's value should be null. Now, we are ready to create the dialog box by using the builder. To do so, ask the builder object to create the dialog and then show it. Now, we expect that when the menu button is clicked, the dialog box would open. Next, we're going to create the event handler, dialog listener, in case that the OK button is clicked. We've added the onClick listener. This onClick method is a callback method. The first parameter dialog is the one that we open. The second parameter, which is the type of buttons that is either OK or cancel button. At this time, we're going to handle only the OK button. What this code means is that we get the string of a selected radio button for a subject. We're going to look into the selected radio button by its ID and change its text into string object. Let's replicate it for the test grade buttons. We've got the selected strings from the test subject and the grade. Next, we're going to insert these strings into the database. We've added the database inserting script here. As you can see, we've executed the SQL script by the helper class. There are 4 inserting data: student ID, subject, current date time, and grade. After inserting data, we need to update the test grade list to show the inserted data from the DB. On the detail page, we are showing the list, so we need to refresh the list. Let's refresh the list then. The test grade list uses the simple adapter, and the adapters each record is a map object, so we need to create a new map object. We've put the text of subject and grade. For the current date, let's use the simple date format. We've put all data into the map object. Then, let's add the map object into the score list object. In order to show the newest record first, set the first parameter 0 and add the map object. Because we use a simple adapter, only updating data into the list and notifying it to the adapter will update the list. Let's see. We've opened the dialog, added the selected subject and grade into the database, and refreshed the list view. Let's run the app. While running the app, I found some errors. Let's fix them. When we created the simple adapter, I input the string text directly. They are supposed to be wrapped by double quotations. That should do it. Let's run it again. Let's go to the Detail page. When we click the plus icon button on the menu, the dialog will open. Let's add a test grade record. Select English and choose one of the grades, and push the Add button. As you can see, we've got the record that we just added. Let's add another one. You can see the new record goes first. Because we have these records in the database, when we come back to the page, the same data will appear here. This is a wrap for this video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.